Hello and welcome back. Today we are looking at Fang Prime. Now, Fang and Fang Prime are considered to be among some of the worst weapons, particularly due to the Fang Prime not being much of an upgrade, and in truth it's really not. It has slightly higher base damage, going from 30 to 35, the majority of that being on puncture. However, the Fang Prime only has a 5% status chance, where Fang has an 8%, and then there's the attack speed, where Fang Prime has an attack speed of 1, and Fang having an attack speed of about 0.92, rounded up. So in general, not really much of an upgrade whatsoever. However, I have to say that Fang Prime was my first ever Prime weapon. I do have a little bit of a soft spot for them, and I do believe I have found a viable-ish build. They're still not great, I won't lie. They are not the best weapon. You've kind of got to like just using them for you to actually use them in the first place. Otherwise, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because there are so many other options for a melee weapon that are just flat out better. On the plus side with this, a river mod does have a 5-point disposition, so you can get some pretty helpful river mods, and they can kind of help out. I'd recommend, if you do get a river mod, go for the standard OP kit of critical chance, critical damage and status chance. Adding on the effects of this build, that will greatly help, and hopefully it works out for you. Now, with this build, I have tested it in sortie. It will clear a sortie. It takes a tad longer than other weapons, and you will need to keep an eye on your combo melee counter. It is at optimal damage at a ×3 combo multiplier and above, obviously, and utilising the slam attack with that output, as it does have a mid-ranged knockdown area of effect with the slam attack, so this can be quite useful, along with the fact that it does have a pretty darn high attack speed, as well as the fact that it is multi-hit. So one attack is, I think on one of the combos it goes 3-3-2-4. I will need to check that for you, possibly, but it is multi-hit and it can be pretty darn effective. So I'm assuming by saying you need to keep an eye on the combo counter, it's generally more effective at a ×3. You can probably gather that I am using Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds, which with a 5% critical chance, you might be thinking that's not the greatest, but like I said, a ×3 multiplier, it is a bit more optimal. This will put you at pretty much a 30% critical chance. And with Weeping Wounds, that will be utilising 2 dual stat elemental mods, a 35% status chance. Adding in the multi-hit, that is pretty darn effective and can be utilised to great effect. Now what you're seeing here is me going through quite effectively, I might add, 6 heavy gunners at level 100. Not corrupted today because they do quite simply have too much armour, so I'm trying to just say that these are sortie viable really only. As long as it's not really void sortie, you will be fine. Particularly useful in survivals, because you can just keep stacking it up and up and up and up and up, and it gets pretty darn effective. You can see here I am at a ×3 combo multiplier. Again, it's not the quickest, but I chew through most enemies pretty darn quick, and they're okay. I won't lie, they're just simply okay. So the build I've gone with is pretty straightforward. Drifting Contact, Prime Pressure Point, Blood Rush, Weeping Wounds, Primed Fury, or Berserker if you wish to save a former, Virulent Scourge, Voltaic Strike and Condition Overload just to boost the overall damage. Anyway, Like I said, they're not the best, but it does work. If you've got a Riven, I would actually kind of suggest taking over Condition Overload. But that is me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you pretty darn soon. Ta-ra!